Welcome to Traveling with ShowCo. Enjoy the ride.
Well, hello, everybody. Hey, it's Doug here, and I just wanted to kind of touch base with you for a minute, talk about a new project we're kind of working on, and I'm like kind of excited about it. Now, I travel a lot, as you probably know from watching our Facebook, our Instagram. I'm all over the place, all over the country. And I take a lot of pictures and I visit a lot of cool places, and I'm always like putting the pictures up. But I thought maybe they want to know about these pictures. Maybe they want to know about where these are because I hear people all the time say, how would you find that place? Or how'd you get there? When did you do that? So I figured I would just come on here and tell you about all these great experiences we've been having. And I'll periodically come on and tell you about our travels and where we're at and what's going on. And I just like the idea of a little like travel show with a bunch of other stuff kind of mixed into it. So we'll be talking about different topics that come up or things that are happening or places I visited that are kind of cool. Because we've had a very busy few months, past few months here. And it's like I got some more stuff coming up in the future. So I'm going to be all over the place again. But I just wanted to kind of start it off today, our first episode, just kind of talking to you for a second and saying, you know what? I hope you'll like, share, subscribe, and notify on our YouTube account. So you get to watch every time I put up a new broadcast. You'll be able to tune in and watch it. I'll try to keep it short. I know I have a tendency to talk a lot. I know. Trust me, I know. But I thought it'd be kind of cool just to, kind of reminisce with y'all and talk about what's been going on, where we're at. When I'm filming this today, which is going to be a little bit delayed because I got to edit the thing and put it up. But we had a little earthquake here in Tennessee. And that was something unusual because I'm from California. I'm used to earthquakes, but here in Tennessee, not so much. We get lots and lots of tornado warnings, which I'm not used to yet, having lived here for about 4 years now. So maybe if you don't know who I am, maybe I should tell you who I am. Holy cow. Never thought about that. I'm Doug Showalter. I run Showalter and Company. That's our training company. I train dispatchers all over the country, or those in public safety. I did 30 years with the California Highway Patrol, and that was a great career and a great time. And when I retired, I got the heck out of California, and now we live in beautiful Tennessee over here, which is just absolutely a culture shock when we bought this house. People are different. They're just so nice over here, and it's just unusual. But I'm sure a lot of you know that because I get a lot of people telling me, why are all these California people moving to Tennessee? And I'm like, y'all have no income tax. Why would we not? So I know a lot of people were asking me when we left California, because the last place we lived was in Morro Bay, California, which was a beautiful beach town. I mean, just great. People would kill to live there. But it was just unbelievably expensive to live there. And people are always saying, aren't you going to miss looking at the ocean every day? And I'm like, not a bit. I've seen it all my life. I don't need to see it anymore. I need to see reasonably priced places and nice folks out here. So that's why I'm in Tennessee now. So let me think, what else can I tell you about what's been going on here lately? Well, let me give you a rundown of where we've been just in the past couple of months. We've had some great stuff. If you watch my Facebook or Instagram, you'll see all the pictures popping up on stuff. So, I mean, in February was a good month for us. I did a keynote address down in Denison, Texas, for a public safety thing down there. It was great. Lots of cool people. I did a whole thing on legacy, which is our company motto. I did a whole thing on legacy, talking about what do you want from legacy, those kinds of things out there. On our way back from Texas, we stopped in Hazen, Arkansas, because if you watch OP Live or On Patrol Live on Fridays and Saturday nights, you'll know Chief Taylor is the chief of police down there. Very small agency, but still. We get there, and I asked the clerk in the counter behind the thing. I was like, hey, we're just passing through town. I watch OP Live. She says, you want to meet the chief? I said, is it possible? She goes, he's not even here, but let me call him, and he'll drive in. So she calls him. Probably within 5 minutes, he's rolling up out front. Hey, come on into my office. We go in there. We're hanging out with him. He is such a cool guy. I was like, oh my God, he is just Such a great guy to hang out with. I'm just so glad to have met him. You'll look at our pictures online. You'll see our pictures out there with him, which was great. And when we left there, we went to Fork, Arkansas. Now that's the place where they filmed the movie The Legend of Boggy Creek. And Boggy Creek's like a Bigfoot kind of thing for Arkansas. So there's a huge place down there that sells all kinds of Bigfoot stuff. And I love that kind of thing. So I was like, oh my God, we have to go to this place. Expedition Unknown, that TV show, was just there. They did a big old thing about the legend of Boggy Creek over there, Boggy Creek, whatever they want to call it. Great little fun place to go to. We took a bunch of pictures. You can see those all up online. And it just was a great time to go over there and see that stuff. I mean, they made that documentary on the Bigfoot monster in the area. And, people say they saw it and it's kind of cool. So in March, I went to Margaritaville in Osage Beach, Missouri for a conference. Did a couple of classes there, stayed at the Margaritaville Hotel. Beautiful place. Not very crowded at all. It was wonderful to go there at that time of year in March. In April, now the April was a fun one because April we went to New Hampshire. And when Jill was making our reservations to fly there, she was like, "This is going to be great. We're flying into Portland, Maine, and then we just drive up to the place we're having the conference at." So we fly into Portland, Maine, and I don't know if you've ever been there before, but the airport's super nice, very clean, very small, great place to fly into if you're going over there. So we went up there for that. We stayed at the Grand Summit Hotel. That's where the conference was at. It was just what a place, man. That was nice. One little thing, because I told you I like kind of Bigfoot, UFOs, and ghosts and all that other stuff, and I always try to find weird things out there. In Portland, Maine, is the world-renowned cryptozoology museum is right there, and they've got all kinds of artifacts and pictures and descriptions and all kinds of stuff about all the paranormal things that are out there that I totally dig. So I thought that was kind of cool. Also in April, I did a virtual class for Equiture, which was great. We did it on our generational Mythbusters. That's where I've got a whole different take on generations. I don't believe the stuff that, oh, you're a millennial, that means you do this, and you're that, and you do these things. I don't believe any of that stuff. I think it's all based on where you grew up, what kind of family you had, what your experiences were. That's what transforms you into what you're going to be out there. So that was a big thing. And then just the other day, we went to the Paws and Pearls charity event right up here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's supporting a local pet place where they're taking care of animals, stuff like that. So it was kind of a great little thing we did. I thought that was kind of cool. In May, I went to an event called Branding Like a Boss for all entrepreneurs. You could go there and meet all kinds of other entrepreneurs and network, which was a fun thing to do over here. That was just up the street up here. And also in May, I just got back from Colorado. And in Colorado, I flew into Denver and then went up to Loveland for this conference that we were at. And I did a couple classes at the conference. That was a great place. Lots of people I know. So it was kind of cool to see a lot of people. A lot of people in the class. I couldn't believe this. The class I did on paranormal activity, which was talking about 911 calls and stuff like that and leadership. That class was packed with people. It was great to have that kind of experience. The best part of the whole Colorado thing is when Jill made the reservations, she was able to get me first class both ways, which was nice. I'm not going to lie to you. So to fly in there, direct flights from Nashville to Denver, first class on United, that's perfect for me out there. So I'll take that. On my way out of town, when I finished the conference, I was there an extra day. So on my way out, I went to the Stanley Hotel, where they filmed The Shining and all that stuff, and how haunted that place is. And it's a great place to visit. Look at my pictures on Facebook. You'll see the lobby looks awesome, man. It's like a totally scary place. I'd love to stay there sometime, and hopefully I will sometime at that. And then I left there and I went by the unsinkable Molly Brown's place. She's a lady who survived the Titanic. She has a beautiful home down there. Beautiful home. There's pictures of that up on there too. And then I went to this thing called the Lumber Baron Inn, which is a huge Victorian house currently for sale for $3.2 million, if you'd like. And so that place is reportedly haunted by a bunch of different people. And it looks totally cool looking on the outside. I didn't get a chance to go inside, but it looks totally cool in there. I would love to go by there. and take a look at that. So that's kind of our roundup for what's been going on the last couple of weeks or months for us. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. I'm going in a couple of days up to Charlestown, Indiana, doing some classes up there. Oh, I forgot. I also went to another place in Indiana to do classes in, when was that? That was in April. Went to a place called Gas City, Indiana. Probably thinking, oh God, Doug, really? Gas City? Holy cow. No, it's because they found the most natural gas under the ground right there years and years ago. It kind of created that whole town up there and became that thing. Just an absolute crazy little town because Garfield, I guess the guy who made Garfield lives there, and there's Garfields everywhere. Big statues of Garfield all over the place. They're all decorated differently. I've got a few pictures on my Facebook. You'll see those. But just a crazy, it was like, I didn't know anything about that Garfield was a big deal up there, and it surely was. No, and it also, they had the James Dean house where he grew up was there. It's where he was born. And I had to tell people, hey, you guys got James Dean where he's born. Where I used to work in California, we had where James Dean was killed in that car accident out on the 4146. So we had kind of a little connection here. Not a good one, but a connection nonetheless. So that was great because that was put on by the Indiana State 901 board. Laurel and Vicky were there. Great time at this place. And that's what I'm going to do again this next week coming up. I'm going back up to Indiana to a different location, to Charlestown, and putting on the same class for 2 days. And then after, when I come back, it's Jill's birthday. So we're still trying to figure out some birthday plans. I'll let you know what they're going to be so you can say, hey, how was that? But until then, please like, share, friend, tell people about us. It's my first one. I'm going to do a bunch of these. So, kind of a little travel thing. So make sure you like us on this YouTube, or send us a message and say, hey, you want to talk about this or that or these things? Because you can write us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube and let me know what's going on. All right. Until next time, everybody, go out and make it a great day, because you know I will.
Welcome to Traveling with ShowCo. Enjoy the ride.